Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is once again update day here in Call of Duty. We've had several new updates drop all throughout this week with some surprise changes and things of that nature. But of course, since it is Thursday, that means we've got a new weekly update here in Warzone and Black Ops 7. We've got some new content available and some other things going on in game as well, including the fact that COD updates actually just disabled a new piece of content they posted earlier on this week, saying a new update just dropped for Warzone. We've restricted the Gerardo Summit operator skin while we investigate an issue. What is the issue they're investigating, you might ask? Well, it's the fact that this operator skin would turn invisible at certain distances. And you might be saying, wait a second, Zach, I swear I've heard that exact same issue before. You're not crazy. You have. It seems like this is just kind of a recycling problem for some reason right now, where year after year, this happened a lot in Black Ops 6 Warzone as well. There's just random operator skins that at times, when you're 50, 60, 70 meters away from them, they go completely invisible, which is an obvious massive flaw with that gameplay there. Completely flips the script there as far as gunfights could go. So they have disabled that. If you bought that skin or you have that skin equipped, you'll notice that it's not currently functioning there. No ETA as to when this will be back, but that update is now live to address that skin going invisible. Now, before we jump in game and detail some of the new content and updates live as of today, Treyarch did preview the overall rundown of this week. Of course, now that we've seen some updates go live early, we're well aware of the Lost Outpost event and the Strider 300 being fully available. They did have to drop that earlier this week because the bundle with the Strider went live a little bit early. With the new playlist update dropping in multiplayer, Aim High is going to be coming back here. So a little LTM, little gimmicky mode there that's headshots only. So hey, if you're camo grinding, life could be a little bit easier there for sure. We obviously have our new weekly challenges that we'll be checking out here in just a moment. Those will grant us access to the Shadow SK 12 gauge master key attachment, and of course the Survivors of the Ash challenge is coming to a close today as well. Another interesting thing to note with general updates, though, as we just saw with that Treyarch tweet, they confirmed this week's weekly challenge reward is going to be that Shadow SK Aftermarket part, which means the 1911 is not yet available. This will be the final new weapon of the first half of this season, of course, with the remainder of the guns dropping with Season 3 Reloaded towards the end of the month. However, even though the 1911 is likely coming to the game either via next week's weekly challenges or the week after, because I think we have the like javelin key or whatever it is for the Maverick that turns it into a spear. Essentially, it launches spears instead of bullets at times. That's going to be an aftermarket part reward, and then also the 1911 will be a weekly challenge reward. So in the next 2 weeks, both of those will be dropping. For the 1911, though, funny enough, you can actually already equip it and play with it through zombies right now. You can level this thing up early through the Seed Relic trial on Astra Malorum. So if you're trying to use the 1911 a little bit early and get some levels done on it before it's actually technically available, you could do it through this trial for the time being. So just a little heads up there to prep for when the pistol does fully drop here in the coming weeks. I did also want to update you guys on the Trello board because we have been talking about these quite a bit as of late. The global Trello for Black Ops 7 and Warzone hasn't seen much movement since we last covered it a few days ago. They did end up updating the Warzone Trello a bit, though. They are still investigating this issue of performance problems going on like crazy. It's happening in general, specifically on PlayStation 5. There is the major stuttering issues where the game is basically unplayable. So they are still investigating that. No ETA as to when that fix is fully dropping. But also just recently, they re-added back this issue from the start of Black Ops Royale. Basically, they are looking into an issue where if a player attempts to deploy their wingsuit too close to a building or any kind of surface, really, the parachute is supposed to deploy instead, but it fails to do so. So you just end up smacking into the ground at hyperspeed because your wingsuit doesn't deploy. The counter for that was supposed to be the parachute as like a backup, but that's not functioning as intended. So there is still a larger issue going on with that, and they are looking into that to get a full fix out here again at some point here in the near future. As always, whenever we see new updates go out, they say that they're investigating certain issues, or really they give us any updates on the state of the game. You guys know I'll be keeping you informed with all the need to know info right as it happens, so be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay in the know. And of course, as we're going through all the new updates and changes here today, if you guys enjoy this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. We also ended up getting quite the surprise with today's playlist update in Warzone. We finally, for the first time in Warzone, have big map rotation finally live. So for this week's playlist, we obviously still have Launch Squad, which is just on the launch pad POI on Verdansk. Black Ops Royale, we still have quads and solos available. We've got Battle Royale quads, and it's on map rotation. So this is Avalon and Verdansk rotating on a 10-minute timer. So Avalon Battle Royale is now fully active and fully live, and then Verdansk is rotating in there as well. Keep in mind though, that is just quads, unfortunately. No solos, duos, trios quite yet for that. Resurgence, we're still rocking quads, duos, and solos on Rebirth Island and Haven's Hollow. Casuals, we still have Battle Royale and Resurgence with that. Then Warzone Ranked Play trios, of course, still there as well. But quite the surprise that yes, finally, Avalon Battle Royale is here and big map rotation is officially a thing in Warzone for the first time ever. Now, we also ended up getting some patch notes for all modes today as well. Of course, right after I originally rendered this video, they went through and dropped them all. But globally here, they addressed an issue that prevented Genesis, Infestation, and Apocalypse Mastery camos from animating when fired. The Gerardo Operator, they addressed issues where parts of the Summit skin would not be visible at longer distances. So throwing it back to the start of this video, they've actually now fixed that. So that's good news there. Then with Stability, they did address an issue that impacted match performance when changing HUD settings. In multiplayer on Torque, they addressed a couple of issues here. In Gun Game, they addressed an issue where there were 19 weapon tiers instead of 20. In Ranked Play, they addressed an issue that unintentionally restricted the VS Recon. And then with Score Streaks, the Deadeye Drone, they addressed an issue that prevented it from taking damage, then also reduced the elimination score from 100 to 35 when using the extended mag overclock. In Zombies Paradox Junction, they fixed an issue with the Casimir teleportation. In modes, Dead Ops Arcade and Zombie Battle each got a few fixes there. LTM highlights and adjustments with Lost Outpost adjusted the glow on beacons from green to blue in order to better differentiate them from power-ups. They also addressed an issue where beacons could drop outside of the map. Mule Kick, they addressed an issue where weapons could lose rarity and Pack-a-Punch when loading in a saved game. Then they also fixed a few challenges here as well for the MK35, and then a few weekly challenges as well. Then in in-game, they addressed an issue that prevented in-game restore tokens from restoring progress, and then addressed an issue where the skill tree and combat rating levels would be mismatched. They also addressed an issue with a daily challenge incorrectly listing contracts to now list assignments. Then also with the Lone Wolf Prestige title, they fixed an issue where the challenge requirements were incorrect on that. In Warzone here, Battle Royale map rotation, again, fully available there. Deployable buy stations, the drop rate for these has been reduced. Grappling Hook, they removed the grappling hook indicator from snapping to an enemy when aiming at them. Basically, there was like this weird thing where it would snap right to a player to make it very easy to stay on target that way, basically. With bug fixes here, an issue where players could still apply a plate after taking damage from enemy lethal equipment, even if their plating animation was interrupted. An issue where players were unable to progress the Absolute Zero Mastery camo on the VST. An issue with the MXR-17, where it could be found in ground loot when it should not have been in Black Ops Royale. An issue where supply boxes continue to drop in the Lost Outpost event even after you had completed it. An issue where win streak camo rewards displayed placeholder names. An issue where eliminations on enemies impaired by sensor darts or sight grenades did not count towards the impaired tactical challenge. Then also an issue where assault rifle eliminations were not tracking progress correctly. Now, of course, because it's Thursday, that means we've got a new weekly challenge update, and that also means we've got a new aftermarket part live with the Shadow SK 12 gauge Master Key. This is a semi-auto underbarrel shotgun to quickly fire 12 gauge rounds with close range lethality, harms handling of the base weapon, but improves vertical recoil control and flinch resistance. So this takes the Shadow SK, kind of like bulky, heavy sniper, and turns it into a shotgun. Like, complete flip of how this weapon's going to actually play with this. So it'll be interesting to see what this is like. Per usual, you complete any 6 challenges across endgame, multiplayer, zombies, or Warzone. You can go through and unlock this week's aftermarket part and get one more tier towards your seasonal camos as well. As for the challenges this week, in co-op and endgame, complete 2 world events, complete the VTOL hunt or convoy activity 5 times, get 25 kills with score streaks found in gear drops, complete the evidence collection assignment or data collection activity 5 times, get 50 kills with the ether blade or blood burner abilities, and get 5 kills rapidly with assault rifles 3 times. In multiplayer, earn 50,000 total score, win a match and appear in the winner's circle 3 times, get 5 kills with the Ion Core, LDBR, or Napalm Strike score streaks, get 250 eliminations with assault rifles, get 15 kills with the Impact Grenade or Thermo Grenade lethal, and secure 100 seconds of hardpoint time in a single match 2 times. In zombies, get 15 rapid critical kills with assault rifles 5 times with the double tap perk active. Use an assault rifle to kill 5 zombies in 2 seconds 25 times. Complete 15 rounds on Ashwood survival. Buy 5 perks in a single match. Get 250 kills with epic or higher rarity weapons from the mystery box. Then also buy 5 doors. In Warzone, earn 10 top 10 placements. In Black Ops Royale, activate 5 or more perks in a single match 5 times. Get 2 headshots in a single match. That's pretty straightforward. Get 50 eliminations with assault rifles. Get 5 kills while your kill streak is active. And then in Black Ops Royale, kill enemies shortly after using your wingsuit 3 times. Another thing, they've doubled down yet again this week on the Black Ops Royale specific challenges. It seems like there's been a lot of pushback on this as of late, forcing players to go into Black Ops Royale to do these weeklies instead of being able to complete these in casual or in an LTM or in general Warzone Battle Royale or Resurgence, of course. So unfortunately, that is going to be a bit more specific this week if you are a free-to-play player, but you complete any 6 of those as mentioned, you'll end up getting the 12-gauge Master Key on the Shadow SK. That being said, that is effectively everything that ended up changing in today's new update for Black Ops 7 and Warzone. That's going to wrap things up. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like on it. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button on your way out to stay up to date with absolutely everything going on in the world of Call of Duty. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.